Hoops Jargon, man. I'm gonna add you to the crew, man. This crew called Hoops Jargon. They've been getting at it, man. They the ones that's gonna grill you, man, because they majority all Houston people. So that's
shout out to Hoops Jargon. Shout out to
Hoops Jargon.
What up, man? Welcome to another episode of Straight No Chaser Cowboys podcast. Shout out to the early gang, Logan Sullivan in the building. Appreciate you, brother.
What's happening, y'all?
Yeah, man. How you doing, man? So right now we're waiting on Rich. He in Viva Mexico doing his thing, man. So he'll be joining the show. Yeah, man. How you feeling, D Brown?
Feeling good, man. Probably feeling better than Dak Prescott's calf, but like that, I'm gonna fight through it.
We went straight to the LVO room, man.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Hey, man, you know what it is? It's no chaser, man. We gotta get to it.
Hey, I can dig it. I can dig it, goddamn it.
Get to it, man. Yeah,
all right, I mean, shit, we there. Well, I would say let's start in that we beat the shit out of bye week. Good job. Good win, Cowboys.
Yeah.
Only one DWI that's cool.
Yeah, it's a kind of a mild week for the Cowboys, man. Only one little shenanigan.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
From a rotation player, so I'm sure they gave him the proverbial slap on the wrist and like, man, you tripping and all that good stuff.
Yeah. All right. Darron went out. So like I said, we beat the shit out of bye week. So that's always a good thing, man. So Cowboys rested up now. We're gonna talk a little more in depth about Dak Prescott and his ankle injury, which there's some interesting developments, and we'll get into that. And we're going to talk about insights going forward with the season. So I don't know what's up with Darron phone, but we're going to keep it rocking how we rocking. So let's talk a little bit just about where we are right now at 5-1. The Arizona Cardinals have finally lost a game, so now they are sitting at 6-1. So but Green Bay's also sitting at 6-1. So we got our work cut out for us in the NFC, man. So eventually we're gonna have to Tom Brady. The Buccaneers sitting at 5-1 as well, man. So we're gonna eventually have to see how that top of the pecking order in the NFC is gonna shake out. I think the Cowboys have a very good footing in that place. Darren's coming back in.
Man, I shouldn't have said nothing about his calf, man. I just went black.
Boy, they took your radio silent.
Like, my bad. But go ahead, man. I heard you talking about the East, man.
Yeah, so I'm saying not necessarily the East, but the NFC, as it were, because I mean we're gonna win the East. We know that. Now I'm looking at the guys that we're gonna have to go through to win it all, and so I'm saying Green Bay looking good. They defeated Arizona, as we know, with AJ Green with the glitch in the matrix situation. Whatever that was.
That was a good game too.
Yeah, so we're up there, with the top of the order in the NFC, with the Bucks, with the Cardinals, and the Rams as well. I forgot about the Rams. They look good.
The Rams
and the Packers. So where we need to be, we just got to make sure we keep doing stuff. But we're gonna talk about a caveat that we talking about off camera that could affect today's results, man. And so I mean, we can go ahead and get into it, man. Go on, share what you said about Dak's calf muscle.
Yeah, man. So I want to extend a point you were making about where Dallas is sitting among the conference leaders right now, and how things are starting to take shape with regard to the postseason. Like you said, Dallas has a really comfortable lead in the East, and they've got some games coming against East opponents where they can really cement their position, man. But one thing I want to bring up is look at all the teams you named. The Packers, obviously the Patriots.
Hold on. What you doing? This man right here.
There he is.
Hola, mi amigos.
Senior Richard. Yeah. What's up, man?
Yo está en ciudad de Zeke Elliott, a.k.a. Los Cabos, Mexico.
There he is. He's Spanish.
Boy, Rich came in hot, man.
Yeah, he did.
Came in looking like a big black Kung Lao. It's all good.
Yo, that's funny, dog. Shout out to Melody, man. Who's Jargon member, man? Shout out to Mel.
But man, was gonna finish my point, man. All those teams that you named that are sitting atop the conference, Rams, Packers, Cowboys, Cardinals, and Patriots. Look at the quarterbacks of all of those.
Elite quarterbacks,
right? All like top of the conference, man, and top of the league. Amongst the league leaders. So, man, if this thing is able to hold form, and before we get into that situation, if this thing holds form, and you got one more invitee to the party, playoff party, if you will, as this part of it starts to take shape, man, that's gonna be a hot one come postseason time, man. Because when you look at all those quarterbacks that I just named, you're gonna have to face them.
Yeah.
So, to tie into points we've been making earlier about what Dallas needs to tighten up on, it needs to start right now going forward, man, as they try to, cement their position because, man, this thing is starting to take shape, and every single one of those teams got quarterbacks that can give you big problems. And we know as Dallas fans, especially that one up in Green Bay and all the misery he's dropped on Dallas in the last decade. So look, especially here in Dallas,
that's a whole episode in itself,
right? But
Rodgers terrorized us.
Yeah,
he has a timeshare. He has a timeshare in Arlington.
Yeah, he does.
Basically,
yeah, he does.
His property,
I love him.
man.
I love him and hate him at the same time, man. I love it. I love him as a quarterback. I hate that he kills Dallas the way he does. Yeah, cocky bastard. But the boy
got it like that. You got it like that. Man.
Yeah. The boy is good. Hey, man, I would take nothing from him. But man, segue into the piece with Dak. So obviously the big talk at the end of the last game and every day since, and especially this week leading up to the ninth game, has been Dak Prescott's calf injury. I saw Richard posted something and said, man, ignore the BS and ignore the hype and ignore all the static and noise. Dak's gonna play what have you. Richard, did you see Calvin Watkins' report?
Yeah.
A couple of days ago about the PRP shot that Dak took.
Yep.
You see that? Brent Jackson, shout out to Brent. Brent sent.
Man, Brent be holding down for real.
Man, Brent is the info man.
He's our unofficial fourth member of the podcast.
No doubt. Brent sent a piece to me, man, that I actually watched this morning. That was really interesting on what that shot entails and its treatment, and the ortho that was in the piece wasn't questioning the shot, which is basically like a platelet type of deal where you take your plasma and they do the centrifuge thing and inject it to help your body heal itself and what have you. Mm-hmm. The after effects are apparently inflammatory and not really conducive to where, like you'll be better or be like ready to go in a week. The ortho that was on there was questioning not the treatment, but the fact of the timing of when it happened. It's like, man, why did you do that like right after he did it, knowing that you had a bye coming up, as opposed to like earlier this week? So that there's something else that was put out there to add to your point and that you posted earlier in the week about a lot of the noise surrounding Dak's injury. And when Cliff and I were talking about camera, Richard, I was saying, man, if I'm hearing still this is a game time decision, but if the Cowboys go up against it and end up dropping this one because Dak's not out there, I'd rather him sit and be available for the next 10 weeks as opposed to getting through it or re-aggravating the thing he's out for the next 6.
On one hand, I agree. You want to be conservative and think with the whole season in mind. But we're not talking about something that's potentially, a devastating type. Injuries happen, man. This is football. This is football. And every game plan, every time that you step on the field, that you have a different opponent, you need to have the personnel that gives you the very best chance to win. The Cowboys are in control of the division right now. They've got a lot of momentum over in their favor. I think that this is definitely a winnable game. Although, Minnesota is a very balanced team. This is probably one of the most balanced opponents that they face. Mm-hmm. So offensively, they're going to need to put up some points because they got the Vikings got Dalvin Cook back. So they're back to the old Vikings, which is, they're also a team that can put some points on you. And we know about some of the challenges we had on defense. So we're not going to rely on the defense to win us a 13 to 14 game or anything like that. Mm-hmm. Let's be honest. Let's be brutally honest for a second. Do you really trust Cooper Rush for even one game?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
No. Cooper Rush is nothing but a body that's in place, and we put all of our chips on deck. This is what it boiled down to. When he got that contract, the Cowboys put all their chips on the table. They moved it over the deck and said, okay, we're going to win with you or we're going to lose with you. Yeah, man. If Dak Prescott is not available, the Cowboys are basically the Texans. I'm sorry. I'm just going to keep it a buck like that. So why in the hell would they ever have a situation where Dak can play even in a limited capacity and not take that opportunity? They might change the playbook a bit. I expect us to run the football a bit more. Take some, take some of the pressure off Dak. And the good thing is we got Lyle Collins. He's still lying ass. We got Lyle Collins this week. So I think the bigger question is, what do we do with him? Personally, I think it's time to move him to left guard, put him back on that
I've been on that for weeks. I've been on that for 2 years, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
Put him back in left guard. Richard Steele is doing an outstanding job at right tackle. Don't change that. Right. What we need on the offensive line, where we need help is on the left side of the line. Put him in left guard. Him and Tyron can create holes. They can move people out of the way. And I don't know. You guys need to go look at that man film when he played left guard. Man, it was a thing of beauty.
Rich, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm really glad you moved to that because I did want to touch on that. So were you two as shocked to read and hear from Mike McCarthy himself that they were actually going to leave Clarence Hill at right tackle?
Yeah.
That blew me.
It did.
That blew me away. I was like, wow, for real? Because I've been, those that follow us and those especially who Jargon, man, I've been on move Lyle back to left guard refrain for at least 2 years because he's obviously a gifted lineman. Let's go there. The man was an All-American left tackle at LSU. Right. And then
top 5 pick probably.
No question. He was the number 1 rated lineman on the board when this situation went down. So we know what Lyle Collins is from a talent standpoint. He goes out to right tackle. He's Pro Bowl, all-pro material at right tackle. But that man is an absolute monster.
He looked like Larry Allen's son on the left side.
To your point, Richard, like you said, that film, I want to say it was the Green Bay game when they played up in Green Bay, where man, some of the film where he's blowing people off the line and
he blew the D lineman
on his toes.
He went out there and knocked the linebacker out of his shoes and was ready to pick up somebody else. I remember that piece of film because I was like, man, is that Larry Allen? I'm looking at an old Cowboy highlight. So I'm like,
So the fact that they are considering this, I think is spectacular because if you got him and Zach Martin on either side of Biotis, I mean that could be nothing but good.
That also opens up the door for there to be a change at center because I like the kid. Like I said, I voted for him for the Bernard Award, but. Wow, that's cool. He's still a project. Bernard, but Tyler, he's a project. Connor McGovern has experience at center as well. So you could have a situation where Connor slides over the center, and you have Lyle at left guard. I'm just saying they have so many options.
They have to run under Tyler like that, though.
Yeah, they have so many options that they can do. They can have so many different looks with this offense.
But it seems like McCarthy's going with the continuity thing, and that's why he's keeping, Steele at right tackle. So,
he was kind of lose him this year. Did he play next year? I believe.
You kind of jumbled up a little bit on me, Rich.
In the blender, man.
Rich, you kind of fading on me, man.
Yeah,
Can you
in the
hear me?
Matrix.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in the Matrix.
Yeah, reception is not very great.
Yeah, you frozen, man, and your voice sound like somebody trying to snatch you away from the earth.
That part.
Well,
yeah,
Rich, why you
right
can
at
we
that
together? I would say so. I'm as Christian G says. Shout out to Christian G, who Jargon member says, "Yo, Dak, is Dak playing today? Trying to adjust my fantasy line."
Don't know, man. It's a game time decision.
Yeah, man.
G, game time decision, man. He gonna. What I keep hearing is that nobody's committing, and that he's gonna go out there and pregame, test it, see if he can go, and so it's a game time decision, man. So you have to roll dice on that one because they are.
Yeah. The prognostication is Vegas thinks he's not playing. Because Vegas got it as a 2-point dog. So
Dallas is
Vegas
2.5
thinks
point dog.
Yep. Yeah. So take what you will with that information.
Yeah. Bet responsibly.
Damn, before the aliens took Rich away, man. So who you talk about? And this is what you get with this podcast, offensive line talk. Who talks about the offensive line like this?
Right. We do. Man,
come on.
I was thrilled. I could not believe it. I was like, man, because they probably gonna stick him back out there, man, and stick Young Steele back on the bench. I was like, man, I leave him out there, and then lo and behold, man, he's been playing so well. I was like, damn. And this was a dude who was awful last year in his rookie year. You talk about how they always talk about players take that big jump for the first and second year, like that's the biggest jump in their career. Well, Terrence Steele is one of those cats because as horrific as he was last year and getting baptized his rookie year, man, he has been a rock in this year, man. And like to the point where, think about that, man, because this is a Pro Bowl / All-Pro level talent that they're not. It's like, no, man, he's been so good. We're going to leave him right there and
that's a huge statement.
Move the incumbent back. Yeah, that's big, man.
That means he whooping ass in practice too. It's like, yo.
Absolutely, man. So I love it. I love it. And Richard, before he got caught in the Matrix, mentioned the thing about Cooper Rush.
Aliens, man.
That was the one big fear and trepidation I had with this roster coming into this season. Is like, I'm glad that got his money. But man, what the hell are we doing at backup? Because things happen. And the proverbial, if something happens to Dak, what are we rolling with? Well, it may very well be Cooper Rush tonight. And for those who don't follow, the star like we do, Cooper Rush took every single snap in practice with the offensive unit. All the work Dak did was individuals off to the side. Dak did the whole mental rep thing with the meetings and all the mental prep that they do, but he took no live snaps with the offensive, the first team offensive unit this week. It was all Cooper Rush, including Friday, which is a big indicator every week where most teams are going to go with who they go with. So personally, back to G's question, I think Cooper Rush is the guy tonight. And I think Dallas is going to lean heavily on that run game. The Beeve is going to have to really go in his bag tonight.
He will.
And you know what? And as good as he's been this year, I'm really good with that. He's going to come up with a gem, but something that's going to, tailor itself around the Beeve's strengths. Obviously, you're going to lean heavy on that run game. There's probably going to be a lot of action with the tight ends and underneath stuff. And, take a shot here and there with, with the matchups that you're still going to get on the outside. And it's going to have to come down to, can Cooper Rush execute and, and get a ball that, one of these wideouts, going to get in a one-on-one matchup, because, everybody else is going to be out there. So you're still going to get matchups. You're still going to get opportunities to get at him one-on-one. So we'll see. But personally, I think Rush is the
Can y'all hear me?
You there?
Yeah.
Hello?
Our boy
Sorry about
came
that.
back from the mothership, man.
Yeah,
You
do
back,
not
man?
disturb went on.
I think the sombrero was blocking the
Sorry about that.
internet.
I did do not disturb. But
Oh
yeah,
shit,
man.
that's
It's
funny.
it's gonna be white knuckle tonight with Cooper Rush.
I mean, and Christian G said, trepidation, my man, bro, got the 10-point Scrabble. Yeah, man, you see, you get vocabulary over here, you get sombreros, alien abductions, man, you get the whole shebang on this show, man. Y'all hit that like button. That ain't worth a like.
Yeah.
So, Rich, before you got abducted, okay, Darren got abducted now. Goddamn, everybody going to the mothership. So, what you got, man?
Sweet, man. There's some freaky shit going on, you know. So.
Yo, that's funny, man. So yeah, man, we were talking about Cooper Rush starting, at quarterback. What do you feel? And Darren was lamenting that he's getting all of the first team reps. And I said, and we talked about this pre-show a little bit. I think that's more indicative. If we need him out there, we got to get him ready. Because Dak, you remember for preseason, he didn't play a single snap. We didn't need him to because he already knows the playbook like the back of his hand. I think there's a good two-part harmony going on with that. What do you think? Yeah.
I agree. And I think, people put way too much stock into practice.
Shit, yeah, man.
It's the typical
Practice.
Not a game. We're talking about practice.
Yeah.
We got to have something that's a lead story. Ooh, Dak might not play. He might not. There's a chance. So you're saying there's a chance that he might not lead story?
Yeah, man.
Anything else to talk about? It was on vacation.
Richard, so you think he's out there?
Cautious and really more so preparing. Should he have to come in? Yeah. But that man ain't starting tonight, man. This is a critical game.
For the love of God, I hope not.
Yeah, he's not. They just need to make sure in case we have to bring him in. Let's send the relief pitcher to the bullpen and loosen him up a little bit. But our starter is still planning to go 8 or 9 innings. So
I like that analogy.
I don't foresee that being really an issue. Unless for some reason Dak gets out there and he's just not comfortable, and then they decide at the last minute to pull the plug. But right, their game plan is for Dak to play tonight. And of course, his strategy is kind of trying to see if you can keep the Vikings guessing just a little bit, which your game plans drastically change if you're got Dak Prescott as the opposing quarterback versus Cooper Rush. It definitely changes the game plan from a defensive perspective. But other than that, that's all I can. And like I said, I expect them to run the football more. I expect Dak to be a little less involved today. This is a winnable game. I will say, the Vikings, you have to respect what they are because they are a balanced football team, and they have Dalvin Cook back. Y'all do not sleep on this. You saw when he gets to the
he is a problem.
That boy can run that thing, boy.
He can run.
And it speaks to that in what's been Dallas's weakness all year.
Gashing run plays.
Gashing run plays. And we talking about a cat that can gash you and anytime planning to stick his foot in the ground and go to the house. So they are going to have to man up in that run game today. And the other matchup that I want to get into, so we talking about, some of the problems that the Vikings going to present is the Trayvon Diggs, Justin Jefferson matchup.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be awesome. And did you guys see the Justin Jefferson quote?
No, what did he say?
Trayvon Diggs is a ball hawk. I am too. I'm like, oh yeah, this is good shit.
Game on, motherfucker.
Game on, baby. I love it. Y'all know how I feel being an LSU Tiger. Y'all know how I feel about Justin Jefferson. But that's gonna be one interesting matchup, man. And
game on. Let's go. Let's see.
And Kirk Cousins gonna try.
Yeah, he will. He will try.
He'd be an idiot not to. So I think the chances for Trayvon Diggs to keep his interception train rolling is going to be on. They're not going to throw away from him.
Kirk Cousins
gonna get a chance tonight.
One shot again.
Yeah, and you know what? Per his history, because we saw that a lot when he was with Washington.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna give you an opportunity. I mean, you can sit back.
Yes, he will.
You can set your clock by it. Kirk Cousins is going to come to you. You have to catch the ball because he's gonna give you that opportunity once or twice a game. And did you guys happen to see? And I wish like hell I kept the stats. Because I always like try to find one that's like telling for the upcoming week's opponent. Man, when the pressure from Dallas's line on Kirk Cousins has to be there today too, because man, when that dude is pressured, his chances of serving one go through the roof. Like if you let him sit back there, he kills you. But if you pressure him, like his adjustment to pressure is horrific. Like his percentages go down to like 30 some odd.
You fold like a lawn chair.
Yeah. So it's gonna be incumbent upon the Michael Parsons and the Randy Gregory's of the world to I think Doris Armstrong is back this week.
When the hell is Law coming back?
He's probably not back till the end of this month, man.
I think he's got a couple more weeks.
It says end of the month.
Yeah, he's probably end of the month. November. After Thanksgiving. Yeah, he's probably about another 4 weeks. Yeah,
right.
But they got Dorrance Armstrong back. Kelvin Joseph got activated this week. He'll probably get a lot of special teams run, I would imagine. I don't know if he'll get a lot of rotational run unless somebody goes down. Or unless they just feel generous and just want to sit Anthony Brown for a few plays. Which I'm gonna be mad at. Y'all know what it is,
Anthony
man.
Brown,
No
the one-time Lucky Whitehead Award winner.
This telling me just how full of BS pro football focus is. They had him, I think, ranked it like they had him ranked as like a top 10 DB. I'm like, what film have you guys been looking at? Anthony Brown.
Anthony Brown?
Yeah. That's what I say.
You gotta get shit like that going, man.
Stats can only tell you so much because the eye test does not align with the stats in that particular instance. Like, come on,
toast.
Man, no, okay. I'm not a big PFF guy either, Richard. But boy, look, they didn't have a lot of credibility in the first. But one ounce they had just left. God Almighty, 10th,
right?
Him,
right.
If the Cowboys had 10 DBs on the team, he's 10th. I mean, what the hell, bro? You got to be kidding me. That's nuts.
No,
That's nuts.
Sorry. Nope.
That's nuts.
It's one of the ones. I don't care what analytics says. Nope. I know what I look at when I watch Cowboys football games. Nope.
Nope. So I hope Dorrance Armstrong comes back, man, and wreaks some havoc. All that.
Charles Morris. Charles Morris got a bold prediction, man. He said the Lambs are going to take. CD Lamb is going to take a punt to the house. I hope so.
Take that, Charles.
I like that. I like that. So he's pre-predicting the Lucky Whitehead winner.
Yeah.
Pre-Whitehead
Whitehead trip over the sideline before he can score.
On that front, when's the last time Dallas had a house call on special teams?
Yeah.
Since Dwayne Harris here 6 years ago?
It's been a minute. By the way,
that dude with them dreads.
By the way, I had to sneak this one. I don't care how they do it. I think he'd probably be like a mid-round pick, maybe at this point. Cowboys, you gotta go get Marcus Jones. I'm not just being a homer. That is who we need on special teams. Marcus Jones from University of Houston. Let me tell you something, man. That kid, if you ain't had a chance, go look at him. Go look at his film.
I Marcus Jones.
When I couldn't even watch the game, but I was just watching the updates, and I said, man, if they kick this kid, he gonna take it to the house. Sure enough, I hit refresh it. It was game over. They kicked this boy the ball inside of he was like 2 yards deep into the end zone. Took it to the crib to win the game. Get there from you. I think he's got like 4 kickoff returns and 2 points this year. Yeah.
I mean, Lucky Whitehead's still available.
Every time he returns a kick, his mentality is, I'm taking this to the crib. So he leads the NCAA in kick return average. So special teams, folks, if you're watching, go get that kid in the middle rounds. I'm telling you right now, he ain't gonna disappoint you. And he can play some nickelback and stuff too. So he's He's versatile.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna show a little bit if the film will let me see a little, let y'all see a little bit with Marcus Jones. It's just a little short clip of him taking one to the crib from a punt. See if y'all can see that. See a little bit what Rich talking about catching it.
I
Got
kind
the wiggle on him.
Yeah. Look at this kid, man.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. we can do that. We can do that. Yeah.
Look at that.
Shifty. Yep. Oh yeah, he got that Tony Pollard hit him with the we can do that. All right. Good call, Rich.
middle round, 4th, 5th round, maybe 6th, depending on who else is on the board. But get that kid, man. If he's there, he's a guy that he moves the dial on special teams. So little side note, I know it has nothing to do with the Cowboys, but I kind of glancing at my computer and I see that the Bills brought O.J. Simpson in, so he's at the game today. Yes.
Wow.
O.J. is in Buffalo. He's up there in the box with
the juice is loose.
So I'm like, wow, that's kind of crazy. Like
that's a bold move right there.
That's a bold move right there.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, the man was convicted innocent, and we'll let the rest. Now, I would say this: I've actually studied that trial a lot. In my opinion, he did not do that. But my opinion is based on a lot of information, and I know that's unfavorable to a lot of people. I think his son did it. To be frank, it's a lot of moving parts with that story, but I'll leave it there. I don't want to even go to an OJ rabbit hole. But at the end of the day, the outer optics do not play well today. Yeah, that's a bold move. I can't say I would do the same if I was owner. I can't say I would do the same.
Wow. So I want to hear or anything like that because I don't know if it's any special occasion, but it's like it's first of all it's bold for OJ to be out in the public like that. Considering
that's facts.
So, but it looks like the team has got him, and they got him in the box. So something's going down. I don't know what it is, but yeah, he's on Twitter right now, sharing his video on Twitter. So,
is OJ not on Twitter?
Huh?
I said, well, where the hell is OJ not on Twitter?
Right.
OJ loves Twitter, bro.
Yeah.
OJ loves OJ.
He's a gift to Twitter. I love this Twitter. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
But
and then kills me with that. I'm just saying.
Back to the boys. Though. I think for Dan Quinn, the game plan should be you're not gonna stop Dalvin Cook. Let's get that out your head. Slow him down, however, so that you make the play action ineffective. Because there's something we gotta watch for today. Is their ability to establish enough of the run so that it causes us problems with play action. Yeah, so absolutely. I don't know what you have to do to Leighton Vander Esch or whatever it is.
Vander Ouch.
I see what you did there, sir.
The correct angle to run defense.
Yeah. Leighton Vander Ouch, I like that.
But we need him to have a solid game, not blow his assignment, and not make the missed tackles that he normally does. Because he's be honest, he's a weak link for us in regards to that. So we need to be able to have solid run tackling today. So focus on that first. DBs, I think, are going to be fine. But focus on that first so that we don't open the door to big plays. They're going to throw a lot of short and intermediate routes today as well. Linebackers, we need you guys to focus sideline as well. You need to help out with the short passing game. Then you're relying on the arm of Kirk Cousins, and like we mentioned before, that's where the early Christmas gifts come in because Kirk gonna give you one, at least one a game.
He's gonna give you one. Damn sure.
He's going to come to you. Man, Anthony Brown's matchup scares me in this game because he does, man. And I remember the Hartball guy, man, but teams seem to find that. I guess that's what they get paid for, but they find a way to get him in a matchup situation. And Richard's point, especially on that play action deal, because you would tend to think because of Justin Jefferson's ability, even if you got Trayvon Diggs on him, you're gonna roll a safety his way. So it would be crazy not to bracket him because he's obviously that big play talent that they have. But teams seem to find a way when they play Dallas to find Anthony Brown's matchup. It always seemingly happens in the critical down situations where the defense has been out there, and then you get out the field, one of those good 3rd and 12, 3rd and 13, let's get out the field, and it's 15 yards to Anthony Brown's matchup. It just always happens, man. So it's just like, the pressure, to Richard's point, man, the game plan with Quinn is got to be to contain, not stop, because Dalvin Cook is too good to stop, and Dallas just hadn't shown the ability to go out and line up and stop people in the run. It's just keep it in the butt. So this part is concerning, and even in whatever, if Dak's out there and in whatever compromised state that he's in, or if it happens to be rushed, Dallas' strength in this game is still their offense. So getting Minnesota's offense off the field has to be still a big deal in this game, because if they're able to sustain drives and keep Dallas's offense off the field, then they're giving they're giving themselves the best chance to win. And so it's gonna be interesting to see how Dallas's defense in this game really steps up or not, and plays Minnesota tonight. So we'll see.
And I think it's one of them classic games where we got to have our offense just, do what we classically do, have our offense carry the load in a game like this, because we've had our defense hold up their fair share for the better part of this season, which is rare air for us. I mean, we all understand that. So, and God, please don't let Cooper Rush be back there. So if Dak's back there, and I think, what I'm saying, we're going to see one of those classic games where you see the Dak, okay, he that dude. Because I think that rush, that run defense, like you were saying, it's going to show its ugly face. Unless there's no way. I mean, you can't fix a problem like that in 6 weeks with you have no personnel change. It just, that's not how sports work. You just you are who you are. You are what your habit says you are.
We have to get Van Der Esch out of there.
Exactly.
We have to get some other guys in there that can help with rush support. So we won't be able to fix that till the year. Two key performance metrics that's going to determine the game today. Number one, time of possession. We have to control the clock. Big time. There has to be a significant difference in the time of possession today. So the Cowboys have to own the clock today. Second thing is the ugly keyword turnovers. We cannot have them today. So all of the mysterious that's been happening, the bear snaps and all the crap, all the little crazy things that's been happening. And I also should mention the penalties as well. I hope that they spend some time during this week, at least discussing the mental error that kills drives, that extends drives for the opposing offenses. They gotta clean that up.
Yeah,
but
I totally agree. They got to be clean.
Trying to figure out whether or not to start that. Don't start that today. I don't think big game for him today. He's going to start. He's going to play, but I don't expect him to have one of those spectacular 400-yard passing games today. I expect us to run the ball, control the clock, try not to turn the ball over, and get out.
Ideally, I would love to see Richard. I agree with that. Ideally, I would love to see Dallas on the clock. And how do you do that? Running the football. I would love to see Dallas rip off a 200-yard plus running game today with Dak, maybe going through a $150, $185. Possession throws. Yeah,
2016 model right there.
Right, that model right there. Throwback possession throws, to keep the chains moving. You still obviously utilize all that personnel that he's got out there. Like you said, the Beavs' creativity is going to play a large part in that. And I was thinking of, as you were talking about him managing that injury, when injuries happen, you manage those things. We talked about one of the Cowboy nightmares from the years past, Aaron Rodgers. Y'all remember, was that 2014, almost last year, when they played him up in Green Bay? The Des Cats game. You remember Aaron Rodgers, guess what he played with all year? Guess what he played with in that game? And they couldn't touch him. A strained calf. Remember that? You know, I mean, yeah, man.
I do remember that. I do remember
Aaron
that.
Rodgers had a strained calf. He couldn't even run. He couldn't even be
I do
Aaron
remember
Rodgers. His
that.
mobility was compromised and shit.
Look,
And he limped that ass to a winning drive at the end of that game.
I do remember that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so you have to get through it. I think
That's
Rich
a good
makes
point.
a great point. Yeah, it is
They
just
have good points.
we've seen that before. We've seen a high level quarterback deal with it. You know, Dak is that guy. So, you know, I've been thinking about this as Richard made the point earlier in the show about, you know, injuries happening and dealing with it and all that deal. Well, hell, we've seen that. So, you got the man.
I would be more concerned if we had Lamar Jackson. Yeah, I would be more concerned about the calf if we had Lamar Jackson. That's not a rough position.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Dak doesn't rely on his feet. You know, he runs out of necessity. We all understand that. So yeah, if you got to be a lesser version mobilely, with Lyle coming back, I mean, I like them chances overall as far as what our personnel is. Question from the chat, man. It says,
I like the
Michael Gallup back.
I like the extra protection he's going to get as well. To your point, you know, having Lyle on the side of that line, he's not going to have to focus as much on the blind side, so he can stay in the pocket a little bit longer and relax. So, you know, probably have a cold one or two back there before you decide which read you're going to go to. I like that today, but for a huge game, no, I don't think that's the game plan anyway. I think that's just they're going to focus on running the ball today. Look for Zeke and Tony to have some numbers today.
Yeah, I think
Gallup
so. That makes sense.
Yes.
Oh, Gallup is back today.
Yeah, he's back today.
He's
nice. I saw he was getting run in practice. Okay.
I like a lot of swing routes to the back, long handoffs, if you will. I think the screen game is big today. So I mean, I need to be, you know, to go to another pocket in that bag and come up with some more shit. And get this win, man, because now as things are starting to take shape, you know, now you're looking at Tampa, now you're looking at Green Bay, now you're looking at Arizona, what have you. Now you take the conversation of keeping pace with the other squads, you know, in the conference, the Rams.
But we let in, absolutely.
Right. So, got to get this game, man. It's going to be a challenge, but hey, what season that's worth a damn didn't have its challenges? So, get through it and win the game.
Get through and win the game. I like it.
Just don't let Kirk Cousins look like an MVP today.
Right.
Well, last
we
time
want to see Washington Kirk Cousins today.
Say again, Chris.
We want to see Washington Kirk Cousins today.
Yeah, I hope Washington Kirk Cousins shows.
You like that? You like that?
You like that?
That one. Yeah, please let that one show up. No doubt.
Yeah, because last time we played them at AT&T, we lost, man, and so now that's when our defense.
He looked like Kurt Warner that game.
Yeah,
he did. God Almighty, yes, he did. Well, we know Mike Zimmer, man. Let's talk about Mike Zimmer for real quick. So,
go for it.
You know, we know Mike Zimmer well, you know, from his days. I was one of the guys. I don't know. I never really talked with you about this, Richard. I was one of the guys back when they tried to figure out who was going to coach this team. When Mike Zimmer was available, go get Mike Zimmer. I've always liked Mike Zimmer. And so, matter of fact, I wanted Mike Zimmer, and anybody that would listen. Why are we gonna get Mike Zimmer instead of Jason Garrett? So. With that,
I would have created the whole Jason Garrett family for Mike Zimmer. Grandpa, Uncle Junebug, Garrett, all of them. Ronnie Garrett with the wood leg, all of y'all.
So, and we know Mike Zimmer's aggressive. Do you guys anticipate seeing heavy blitz today from Mike Zimmer?
No, definitely. They're gonna test that calf to see. You know,
even with Cooper Rush, if Cooper Rush is in the game, does he turn up?
You flush to the bad quarterback, of course.
Right, but they're gonna check
having Lyle back.
If Dak can still move around in the pocket. You know, they're gonna test it. I expect it to be early, and I expect it to be often. And you know, that's why I say we got to counter that by running the football. So you got to make those guys peel off. Then you can. You know, move the chains, control the clock, and control the tempo. And then on the opposite side of the ball, it takes away things out of their playbook. it forces you not to be able to turn around and hand that ball over to Dalvin. And if that's when you put the game in Kirk Cousins' hands, I like the odds then if that happens.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
I would love to see Dallas get up early too.
Yeah. Well, if Dak's behind center,
yeah. I would love to see Dak.
You know what?
I would love to see Dallas get up early in this game.
I would love to see Cooper Rush play today in the fourth quarter if we're up by 35.
I'm like, where's Rich going with this?
Yeah, you do all that preparation so you come in and do mop-up duty, but that's not all you work.
Cooper Rush
Because the pain got 3 or 4 touchdowns on him early. Get up early. Let Dak sit down and have a nice cold drink. And matter of fact, Dak, you can leave the state. You can go do the Paisley Park tour. Go to Princeton State. Go check that out. You ain't got to stay with the team, man. We good. We got this. We good.
Hey,
and
what
just
you
let
say,
man?
Cooper Rush needs to be the human cigar and stay the human cigar, man. Like, you got the great win, you got the stogie. He the human stogie, dog. We don't need him doing actual quarterback stuff. Just go out there and look like you trying to play
on the sideline like the guy at the restroom at a really nice restaurant or club with the mints and the cigars and help you wash your hands. That's what he needs to do for Dak today.
Yeah, he'd be the bathroom guy. When you get the club.
Bathroom valet.
Come in, do the time landing shift, victory formation, and get on the plane.
The human victory formation. That's what he needs to stay.
And that's his best play, victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee.
Boy, you did a good job, boy. You nailed that ball down.
You got down on your left knee on the first time and the right knee the second time.
You got a great game.
Man.
So that's why I'm open, man. So as we round the show out, man, I guess let's get to the prediction aspect, man. Where do you see this game going? We'll start with Darron. What you got?
Woo, man. Okay, so with the uncertainty of everything regarding the QB today, the scary aspect of facing this running attack with that defense, I think it's going to be a tight one. I'm going. Dallas is a 2.5-point dog too. I'm going Dallas 27, Minnesota 24.
Okay. Like it, Rich. What you got?
Yeah, I'm on the same mindset. And one thing I hate to keep mentioning, but I hope we don't have to come down to a situation where we're relying on Greg Zuerlein, even indoors.
Oh, God. Yes.
I hope we don't have to come down to that, but I expect it close and also. I got 24-21 Cowboys.
Mine's pretty similar, man. I got 23-17 Dallas Cowboys. It's gonna be a mucky one, man. I think it's one of them games like the Chargers. We're gonna start off probably on if Dak's starting, firing on all cylinders, and then we're gonna let them back in the game, and it's gonna be an ugly one, man. That's a solid team we're gonna play. I think Darron led in with the most complete team we played so far. I tend to agree with that notion. So, yeah, we just gonna have to eke out another tough win, and it's one that people after the fact gonna say like, "Oh, y'all played the Vikings," but we understand in moment. The
Vikings are really injuries, man. Like the early Vikings, the first couple games. Now that they're getting healthy, man, they're not the same team. So,
but people only like they stand at the beginning of the season.
They're not a company different than that.
Yeah, right. Well, you know how it go though. So if we beat them, let's say 2 weeks down the line, oh, y'all beat the Vikings. But they won't factor in that they are a very good football team. They just don't got the sexy record to go with it.
They have a first team running back that came back from injury now that they didn't have the first couple of weeks.
Yeah. And they have a huge threat on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And Justin Jefferson. So this is a test, man. And it's a road game. I mean, we know Mike Zimmer. They're gonna be well coached. They're gonna be prepared to play. This is the Dallas' hot team coming in. I mean, they're gonna go out there and try to hand Dallas their ass. And and Mike Zimmer, I'm sure, has coached them to that this week. So, they want to find a way to get one, man. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. Absolutely. But I'm here for it. Win it.
There we go. What time we play tonight?
7:20.
7:20. So that's 5:20.
So we're gonna be subjected to the PFF legend in his own mind, Chris Collinsworth tonight. Shit.
Here's a guy.
That's gonna be rough. Yeah, we're gonna be subjected to that shit tonight. And so
that's funny as fuck.
The
I like listening to
hyperbole
his
king.
commentary on mute.
Man, and shout out to
Right.
Charles Morris for the $5 super chat, man. Appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you
Appreciate
join the
Appreciate
discourse,
that,
man.
man.
If you have not
Appreciate
subscribed,
that.
please do so. I really appreciate that, brother.
Appreciate that, man.
Hope
Appreciate
to see your
everybody.
face, man, every week, man. We do this, man. We taking time out of our lives, man, to give y'all this Cowboy content. And I appreciate you rocking with us, bro. Go ahead,
Yes,
D-Rock.
sir. No, man, I'm good. I'm just like, man, find a way, get it. Have we done the award yet?
Huh?
No game last week, so no award. I'm tripping.
Oh yeah, well, I want to give my Lucky Whitehead award to the Dallas Police Department for not for looking the other way on several occasions.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure
Okay.
Buddy wasn't the only one who got jammed up that week. So, shout out to the Dallas Police Department in the Frisco and wherever those gentlemen stayed in Tarrant County for looking the other way this week. Let my Cowboys make it.
That's a great. You know what? I got nothing for that, man. I'm going to go with that one. That's the one right there, dog. Shout out to all the local PDs for looking the other way. That's real. They get the Lucky Whitehead Award for damn sure.
Y'all get the Lucky Whitehead Award, but y'all real MVPs, man.
Yeah. That's a good call right there, dog. That's a good call.
Because like I know, goddamn it. It was
I do.
effery going on in the DFW area.
Yes, sir. That's continuous.
Especially
So, shout out to that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All the first responders, y'all did a great job, man. And just just bearing it.
That's a good call. That's a good call.
I give my Lucky Whitehead Awards to a member of the media, a good friend of mine, Clarence Hill. He's been the only cat from the very beginning. I'm telling you, follow the guy on Twitter. Chill. He's one of my sources, man. He's one of the guys when I don't know, or I want to know, I ask Chill, ask Clarence Hill. He's been covering the Cowboys since '93 or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's been the only guy that's been, Dak's gonna be fine this year. Ignore the foolishness about the labrum tear. Now he's saying Dak will play tonight, no problem. Thank you, Chill. So you want level-headed, actual commentary from someone who actually covers the team, who actually has insights with knowledge. Follow Clarence Hill on Twitter. He's a guy that's incredible. Football, knows his stuff. He's been there when the Cowboys are great. He's been there when he's a Cowboys fan, in addition to being, their beat writer. So he's not he don't toe the line. He's butted heads with Jerry Jones before. So
yes, he has. And I've heard it. Yes, he does. He keeps it a buck. He definitely keeps it a band, no doubt.
There you go. Clarence Hill. Yep. I know that person that lived in Dallas for 4 years of my life. Yeah. Clarence Hill is where you get. I like another cat, John Jock Taylor. I like him too, man. I haven't heard his stuff about it. Yeah. I love his style, man.
Yeah. And he's another one. He doesn't sugarcoat shit. He's he's Dallas native, went to Carter High School. So, he's followed his team. Like you said, like Rich said, from the fan perspective, but he comes with it with the real. And
he comes with the real, man. And it's enjoyable to hear the way he presents. Yeah. I gotta give JJT his credit, man.
He's man. In fact, I might reach out to him if he's real one of these days. He's definitely a no chaser kind of guy.
Yes,
I think
Jaja.
Yeah.
Man, bring him on the show, man.
No chaser cat.
Yeah. Let's bring him on the show, man. But before the aliens get you, man, see if you reach out to him, man. Bring him on the
show. Right.
Well, you gotta watch them Mexican aliens, bro. They gonna get you, Rich, man. You already got that T-Mobile service over there. I see you over there, great.
Then the back hour, like you guys are still on regular time. Their daylight savings time is like a week earlier, so the time went back to 2 minutes. So I was really throwing off. We lost the hour, didn't even know it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, all right, fellas. Great show as always. P-Rose says Cowboys 35-24. If we score that much, I'm with that.
I'll take all of that. Anything that results in the Cowboys win, I'm with it.
Hook 'em by crook, man. Telling you.
That's it. Got to keep pace with the conference leaders.
Yeah, y'all hit that like button way out, man. Straight No Chase
Smash
Cowboys
it.
podcast. Yes, sir, man. The show's getting consistent, man. I appreciate y'all loving, what we putting out. I'm hearing all the shout out to Charles Morris. You've been holding down the chat all day today. So y'all be back, man. Every week we're gonna do the same thing. Nothing gonna change. Straight No Chaser.
No chaser, man. No cut.
Yeah.
Room temperature. No ice.
Room temp, please. Neat. Nice and neat. Please.
Nice and neat. All right, y'all. Be good.
All right, man.
Cowboys.
As always, we're gonna let Kendrick Perkins take us home, man. Peace, y'all.
And shout out to Hoops Jargon, man. I'm gonna add you to the crew, man. This crew called Hoops Jargon. They've been getting at it, man. They the ones that's gonna grill you, man, because they majority are all Houston people. So that's
Shout out to Who's Jargon.
Shout out to Hoops Jargon.